stuff. What are you doing? You need to recycle that. That's made from plastic. Oh, you can't actually recycle that one. Unfortunately, that one is trash. Good news is you can recycle this homework. It's made from paper. Good job. Now what do you think we do with the cup? Unfortunately, we can't recycle that because it has a plastic lining. Yep. Oh, you can't actually recycle that one. Unfortunately, that one is trash. Unfortunately, we cannot recycle that Chick-fil-A bag. If you look on the bag, it has grease stains, so we have to throw it away. What? Why would? Were you in my house? Why would you throw that up? No, mine. You can actually recycle that, but not here. We have to go to the York County recycling plant. Let's go. Don't be discouraged. I know it can be confusing. Let's go to the York County recycling plant and they're gonna talk to us more about it, okay?
Hey there, how are you? Hey Big Stuff, how you doing?
Hey, we're actually here to learn about how to organize our solid waste. Will you explain the types of things that we can recycle and what things that we can put in the trash?
I'm Alysen Woodruff. I'm the Clean Community Coordinator with York County Collection and Recycling. Our office operates the collection and recycling centers like the one you see here. We have 16 of those in the county. And we also have a material recovery facility. We say MRF for short, and that's where the recyclables are processed. I'll tell you more about that in just a minute. We also pick up recycling at the Fort Mill schools, the Clover schools, one of the York schools, and the county offices. It's pretty exciting, huh? So do you want to know where to put that? All right, you just step right around here. Yes, sir. And you step right up there, and clear glass is what you have, so you make sure you put it in that container. Yeah. Okay, so if you guys come here, we have signs for everything, but it might be overwhelming when you first get here. And each of the centers is laid out a little bit different. There's an attendant here to help direct you if you have questions. Well, we have places for residents to bring garbage, and then we have large and bulky items that we accept, like your old couch or something like that. Scrap metal, which would be a pie pan or a bicycle, but you know, we do like for you to reuse when you can, so you can donate a good bicycle rather than bringing it here. We have containers over there for batteries, cooking oil, antifreeze, motor oil, and filters. They're also collected back there in that section. Rechargeable batteries and lead acid batteries. And then there's a compactor over there that packs it all tight, and yes, very tightly. And for cardboard and chipboard, if you want to put your chipboard in with a mixed recycling, that's fine too. So we have mixed paper, chipboard, cardboard, magazines, office paper, and that includes, mixed paper can be newspapers, it can be junk mail, all that sort of thing. We have plastic bottles, jugs, and jars, and people get confused about plastics, but York County has been taking just bottles, jugs, and jars for years and years and years. So if it has a neck on it, it's a bottle or a jug or a jar, it's good to go. So none of the other kind of plastic containers, okay? You got it? Are you sure? Are you gonna tell other people? Okay, good deal. Some of the other things people might not be familiar with that we accept: tires, textiles, all kinds of things. And you can go on the York County website to find that out if you should ever come here by yourself and you're off campus. I know you're super busy, but if you're driving around and you've got, hey, I got a glass bottle in here, or maybe for some reason I'm carrying around a tire. I don't really know why you would be, but you might be. I don't know your business. I'm not trying to get in it. So these are the things that we take here at this center. Now, the second part, and I know you can count, part 2 of the recycling process is processing and manufacturing. That's making the materials that you see here into new products. So we go From here, if you were visiting there today, it would be the material recovery facility. Remember I told you the MRF earlier? It sounds weird, sounds like Smurf, whatever. That is the material recovery facility that York County owns. So the materials here, a lot of them go there to be separated. And there's automated equipment, and then there's some hand sortation. Those items are the basic recyclables like paper, the plastic bottles, jugs, and jars, the aluminum cans, steel cans, the foil, pie pans. Now, glass goes to a separate place. They're in bunkers by color like you just did here, and we wait until there's enough for a truckload to send those off to the vendor. And we have other materials that are like that. So there's reasons why we collect things the way that we do. People might get frustrated with it, but we're trying to provide the best quality product. And in order for us to have a place for the recyclables to go to, we have to collect it in a certain way so we can send it to them in a certain way. Does that make sense? I know it. So, given that I know you are all things Winthrop, but considering Winthrop is recycling and we pick up your recycling at Winthrop, this is pretty great, right?
So we noticed that there's a lot of plastic in the grocery store. What are your tips and tricks to becoming a more sustainable shopper?
This is the one people do not ever think about. Buying recycled products. The reason that we recycle is because those items are being made into new things. We've got to buy those things in order for the market and for everything to work correctly. All three parts are just as important as each other, but we've got to buy those products too. So it's not just school supplies. It can be all sorts of things. And if you'll notice, you can see like detergent jugs and some other things now, you'll notice it's made from recycled content or made from recycled material. Lots of the chipboard, cereal boxes, that kind of thing are recycled content. Glass always has recycled content, but if you're going to a store, would you choose something that you could easily recycle? Or would you choose something that maybe you couldn't recycle or you didn't know if we could? You probably do the one that you know you can recycle on campus or here, right? That's the best choice. Some of these items don't need to be in any sort of packaging, like fruits and vegetables. So if there's an option to buy without packaging, additional packaging, always do that. And you know what? Tell the manager of the store that you don't appreciate the additional packaging. You know, your dollar is your vote. Also, you know, look for materials that have recycled content and look for things that you know you can easily recycle. For instance, eggs. Styrofoam is not an easy to recycle item. We don't collect that here. Winthrop campus does not take styrofoam. However, you can find eggs that taste just as good in the chipboard container, you know, the kind of grayish, brownish looking one. Buy it in that instead. That you already could reduce your waste. And when you're at a store, always try to reduce the amount that you're buying to begin with. Don't do travel sizes or easy to throw away things if at all possible. Try to buy in bulk when it makes sense, but don't buy in bulk when it's a whole bunch of fruits and vegetables that you know you're not going to eat. I mean, I know that's not really your diet anyway, right? Okay, I see. I've been guilty of that before, but I plan better. And that's one of the things that we can reduce the amount of things we're throwing away, because the most thrown away item in the United States is food. So we've got to do our part to try to get better.
Hey, I see that you're practicing what we learned at the York County Recycling Center. Do you have any more questions about it? No? Well, if you do, don't worry. You can always go to the Office of Sustainability on the Winthrop's website to find more information, okay? All right.